I think the Biofrost is pretty decent in lane, but out of lane he's not that good. But in lane he's pretty good. But out of lane, like, not as good. But in lane he's actually good. And he's always been good at laning, but he's never been that good outside of lane. But his lane is still strong. But out of lane, there is some weakness. All right, let's fucking let's put the poll in the chat.
The support trade, right? Like, we're evaluating it. It hasn't worked out great for either of these teams. Both of these teams have definitely struggled out the gate, but there's that extra layer of, like, for Biofrost and Smoothie, this game's pretty personal.
All right, I'm putting up the poll.
Sign a contract with a new one. Sometimes you sign an oath of vengeance against the old one. We'll see how it works out here this time around. TSM in the blue, CLG.
You guys are getting an advantage because you're doing it. So I guess we'll both do our predictions like at the same time. So TSM bans the Lucian. CLG is gonna have to ban the Rumble here, so it'll be a Kali, Rumble, and then probably Tom Kench. That's what a lot of people are doing right now.
Where Huni died at level 1 to a flag and drag of a level 2 Jarvan who ran up the whole map with a red buff just to get the gank off. So banning Jarvan stands out some of the more early gank paths. Banning Rumble, which CLG has done right here, stops you from completely dominating early river fights, which is what FlyQuest did.
While TSM banned Wiggly's Jarvan, they probably want to early pick Gragas. That is probably what they're doing here. They're probably trying to get Gragas versus either Elise or Rek'Sai. Both matchups are good for Gragas. So I could really see it. I think the TSM's strategy here is first picking Gragas.
Between top and jungle, depending on what happens. They had an early priority on it before. Broken Blade played extremely well. We'll see. This is a educated guess.
The set. All right, let's see if the Gragas is first picked. I feel like these bans only make sense if you're first picking Gragas. If you're not first picking Gragas, I don't understand these bans. Kiana. Okay, interesting. So that means that it's probably a mid or top Kiana.
Where the attack speed in the jungle is actually nerfed. So jungling is even more difficult than it already was in pro. Yeah, the champion does still get banned a lot. It is likely in the mid lane. But
I'll let the poll finish and then I'll say my own thing.
So there's a borderline triple.
So Senna, Tom Kench here.
Maybe pro pickable in the jungle. It's pickable for Broken Blade.
So what else? So I think that you take Gragas here probably.
Tom Kench, like you mentioned last game, AD carries are very high up in priority for what gets picked first these days, just because of how short, how small, how shallow.
The Broken Blade Kiana is actually really good. Zyra Khan. Okay, cool. Zyra Khan. That's so weird that they banned Lee Sin and Jarvan though.
Instead, it is this combo that we've seen pop up a few different times. The lovers duo, the Zyra.
So yeah, my vote is the same as your guys' vote here for TSM. I think TSM will win.
In the fact that Aphelios on paper is stronger team fighting and maybe a little bit more utility, but TSM has struggled to find fights. Biofrost is a really good recon. They had some clutch recon initiatives.
Show the poll. The poll is showed for you guys.
Week, which was their only
Olaf.
So Zyra makes sense for them.
Yeah, I don't know about the Olaf.
TSM in the games that they've lost, it's not like it's just been a clean smack over and over again where they just
Olaf has had really bad win rate. So it depends on what TSM wants to do here, right? They probably end up taking Gragas anyway, even into Olaf, but okay, so the Gragas is banned. So I really want to see what TSM end up picking. I mean, there's a couple options into Olaf that you can still have that could make sense. So like one of them is like Kindred could potentially work, but then you're pretty heavy on AD, and you're sending the Kiana top. We'll have to see. Mordekaiser ban. I think the TSM is going to get out comped here when I'm just looking at it.
And if Dardoch does intend on taking the nerfed attack,
Rek'Sai is not good into Olaf.
Clear speed is so slow, but made worse in comparison.
Trundle is okay. It's not great.
Clear speed. So
Elise is hard countered by Olaf. You should never pick Elise into Olaf. That's a really bad ban by CLG because you should know that if the enemy team picks Elise, they're into. I mean, it looks like it has to be Kiana jungle here.
So far this split. Maybe that'll change, maybe it won't. Mordekaiser banned away, so getting rid of some of the solo lane power there in the top side. Two Juggernauts banned out here this game. Aatrox also
Echo jungle is actually pretty okay into Olaf.
Away from things that can carry from the top lane.
Also, I think that leaves it open for Broken Blade Kiana top lane. As we talked about it before, those could be two matchups they're not wanting.
So they should probably take their mid laner here, I would think. I think CLG should take their mid laner. I think it's definitely the right call. Yeah, so they took the mid laner here, which is LeBlanc. LeBlanc can do really well into Kiana. And now you get to know where the Kiana most likely is before you actually get into the, yeah, before you get into the game. So what can you do here? You can do Orin and put a top lane if you're TSM. Yeah, so you take Orin for top lane. That's good. And then I think you could take Syndra is fine. Syndra is fine. You could also take Lissandra potentially there. And it is a Kiana jungle even with the nerfs to it. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Such a classic for Bjergsen. And if he's to get back to his old ways of lane dominant, take over the game with Syndra. Syndra's the pick for that, obviously.
So now you know that it's an Orin top. What do you want to play into Orin top? So I think this opens up a Camille potentially. Silas top, interesting. I would think that Camille would be a really good pick there actually. Ruin's actually supposed to be a really insane Camille. And Camille is like soft counter into Orin. It doesn't really do that well, but through the game it outscales. Also, you can E off the Orin's Q. So when the Orin throws his Q in lane, if you're like present-minded enough, you can like mind game it. If he doesn't E it, then you can use it for a wall. Olaf and Silas. Well, I already voted for CLG. I mean, Silas top is actually not bad. Silas is not bad, especially into Orin. Like, it should be a good lane for him. Kiana gets out pathed really hard by Olaf too, so like Kiana's gonna be behind. It really just depends on if they're able to like find those kills early. Tanks can never damage Silas. Yeah, no, they can't.
I don't think he's great with Syndra ult because he can't stack the orbs. Yeah, you only get. Yeah, he's pretty good with Rakan ult. Because it just adds to his CC. But yeah, Ornn and Kiana.
Yeah, I'll keep post draft. I'll keep TSM. I mean, the only way I see TSM losing is if the top side really hardens, like the Kiana and the Ornn just die early, or there's like plays around the Ornn and there's nothing that the Kiana can do because the Kiana just gets too far behind because Olaf just full clears and he's not able to find a gank. We'll have to see. I really enjoy these streams, Dom. Would love to have quick recaps on YouTube for the ones that we miss. I can't put any of this on YouTube. It's disallowed by League Partner Program, so I won't be doing that. I can only co-stream it, but I can do like content referencing it or take clips and put it in face check, which is what I'll probably do. Okay, so we're gonna have to see if they try to do anything level 1 because that's one strength of Olaf. Like I could see Olaf invading red here. It looks like they're not doing it so far, but Olaf into Kiana. Kiana's really useless level 1, and Tahm Kench is also really good level 1, and Senna is pretty good level 1. I think that they should be looking for an invade onto red side here. I think that if you're playing Olaf, I mean, it looks like he's not going to do it, right? Because he's recalling. But I think that in this game, it's pretty good. I mean, Xayah Rakan is pretty strong level 1, but I think Kiana is useless enough that you can play the range game with, like, axes, Tahm Kench Q, Senna Q, and Senna range. You should be able to just dick a Kiana early. And TSM thinks that's a possibility, right? Like, TSM clearly thought this was a possibility because if you see their movement here, they warded... or they're bringing everyone to ward that area. They warded over the wall just in case they get invaded, because they thought that it could happen. So here's the ward right here. Ward is up here. They warded in that bush.
Or that whole big bad scary assassin jumping out at you. All of a sudden looks like a crappy Halloween sock puppet jumping out and going boo. You're not exactly afraid of it realistically anymore. And Olaf is just one of the.
Why can you not put the co-stream bot up? I don't know. That is just the rules. And these co-streams have been doing really well for me and my channel, so I don't want to, do anything to ruin it. Can I co-stream LEC? No.
Just compare. Like Dardoch is actually still on Raptors, just finished, Wiggly just finished his third camp, so already 2 minutes 15 seconds into the game, Wiggly is a camp.
So Dardoch is going to do blue here, but he's not going to hit level 3.
From the side of
And
TSM.
they saw that board.
CLG is tracking him. They see where
So this is actually smart from Dardoch. The reason why he hit the buff was to get healing from the buff. So because he has a talisman, he hit the buff to get healing, and then he starts the Grump, and by doing the Grump, he hits level 3. The Grump gives more experience than the blue here. So if he does Grump, he hits level 3, but if he does blue, he doesn't. So that's the reasoning there.
unlucky. You don't lose a whole lot. I mean, he's got blue, so it's not like he didn't have enough mana.
Look at this.
You're
They're
recasting, but
invading a low health Olaf.
They're potentially looking for a top dive as 3.
they won't.
Dardoch sees Wiggly. They should turn and try to kill Wiggly at golems. They should kill Wiggly at golems here.
And TSM's on it.
Man, Dardoch showed.
Wiggly. They've chased him away from the Krugs, but they won't get much else here just yet. Instead, they look to set up a 3-man dive here onto
No. They can't do this. This is really troll from TSM. They need to just back off. They needed to sit in that bush together with Dardoch. Bjergsen and Dardoch needed to sit together, and they needed to one-shot Olaf. It's the only way it works.
If we're thinking about timings, Wiggly
Dardoch showed too soon when he was wrapping the wall, and it
made his
fucked him.
start of Krugs, which
He doesn't have bot priority either, so I mean, this is like Dardoch is still getting behind in terms of tempo,
One of those plays that you described
but you always get behind in terms of tempo versus Olaf. The thing is that Olaf gets outscaled, so yeah, that's good. That's good. They get Ruin's Flash. That's big.
in a state where we have
And now there's a pause. I wonder what happened.
They didn't get it. We are paused. I will update you all as soon as we know exactly what the reason for that is.
Dude, I don't know why I can't see my view count on Twitch. It's so weird.
As you mentioned, Olaf, part of the reason he has that lightning fast clear is allowing himself to stay low HP in the jungle. And while people do respect him as this incredible early game duelist, if you find him instead of him finding you, sometimes you can get that early game, almost cheesy feeling kill.
Yeah, absolutely. They went for it. They weren't unable to get it. That
5K? Hey, I'll take 5K viewers. That's more than I thought it was. I was at like 3.8K last game, so.
in a disadvantageous
5K Pog.
cause is on the CLG side.
I mean, Monday Night League is less popular in viewership than Saturday and Sunday because obviously less people can watch. Like NA,
50 gold ahead
NA, it's pretty late, right, for people, and
or 2 camps worth because he cleared
like EU, they just can't watch at all. It's too late for them completely.
3+ scuttle.
So you're always gonna get less viewers on Monday Night League, but over time, I think it'll just be like, you know, hype.
So you're
Also, these matches aren't like super good
to play, playing
because people didn't think FlyQuest was that good coming into this, and CLG and TSM have both been doing poorly. So
that
yeah,
doesn't work. That means Bjergsen did
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick during the pause. I'll be right back.
and Dardoch was basically spent a bunch of time not farming to go for something. So really small stuff, only 3 minutes 44 seconds in, but that's what we've seen so far.
Right. It's small things, but you're generally not going to have something massive to talk about in the first 3 minutes of the game unless somebody makes a really crazy play, which that TSM move had the potential to be. But CLG wisely playing around it. As soon as they saw something was up, they're like, okay, we need to be careful about this. Bjergsen's missing from mid lane. Wiggly manages to keep himself alive and safe, and everything's going just fine here for the side of CLG. No update yet as to where the pause is, what's going on. We'll see here in just a moment, hopefully.
Yeah, and
What is happening with this pause?
let's set the stage a bit for what's going to happen later in this game. Because we know in week 1, TSM
Bjergsen might be puking. Is that what they said?
had
No, he's fine. Wait, the support left. What happened to Biofrost?
teams in the LCSs, plus 1900. I think a lot of that is because of how well
Why do people always say didn't wash my hands every single time I use the bathroom?
2 exceptional ganks on double it at the start of their TL game. Yeah, their first game against
The fuck is wrong with my toilet? I mean, it's a pretty normal toilet, dude. I don't know what toilets you have in Europe, but that's how every toilet in North America sounds.
but around the mid game
Because I didn't? No, I just flushed the toilet after I washed my hands.
faced by the other team.
I use the bathroom, and then I wash my hands, and then I flush the toilet.
Not finding stuff.
You can't hear the fucking sink, though. I guess you can hear the toilet and not the sink, so everyone just thinks that I don't wash my hands. Because literally every single time I come back from the bathroom, or maybe it's just a meme on Twitch, who the fuck knows. Every time I come back from the bathroom, it's always, didn't wash hands.
And talking about what TSM needs to do, I want to also look at CLG because Smoothie is the player that we heard from coming into this game, talking about what he thinks Biofrost's weaknesses and strengths are as a player and how Biofrost doesn't play for the team as much as Smoothie does. And Smoothie's someone who...
Wash your hands, then flush? Well, my mentality is this. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? You can do it either way. Oh, shit. Lena and fucking double lift. Holy fuck, dude. I love that shit.
yeah, he's just...
Hi, Peter.
It's a cameo. There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Dude, she's so embarrassed. What the fuck?
He was one of the ones who had a lot of unforced errors.
She's so embarrassed. It's like, you went from Reggie to double lift. Come on. Hey, I would say that's an upgrade. I would say that's an upgrade.
Jungle that results in them being able to win the game, and them ultimately losing the game, excuse me, their opponents being able to win later on in the same match. So
Well, no, if you just always wash your hands before you touch the thing, then it'll be clean. That's my mentality.
Really tighten this play up once we get into that mid and late game phase.
Yeah, and both of these teams have struggled in the mid and late game. They just struggled in different ways, right? TSM has been unable to find the correct play. CLG has been actively making the wrong play, which puts themselves in that negative position. So,
Who cares? They're both ugly as fuck. Well,
this one plays out
I don't. Okay,
because
even if that was true,
the right idea.
Double is taller. So if they're both ugly, but Double is taller, he wins. Then he's just more attractive. That's just how it works.
Laning phase for CLG has actually been one of their stronger points, where
They can not move here.
well, just haven't been able to translate that at all. Wiggly with invade.
You can see here Olaf doing what Olaf
Olaf can just bully Dardoch the entire game, pretty much.
Now you got to go home, and there's not a whole lot Dardoch is able to do about it. So Wiggly will steal away some of that money there. 31 to 25 in the jungle CS count. First Drake spawning here in 3 seconds. We may see some attention paid to that one.
Yeah.
And it does look like Wiggly is going to start it up. That's a very early first Drake.
Yeah, right.
I'm 5'7", Dom Peepo Cry. Unlucky genetics, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
They have
This dragon is what Olaf needs to do, but it really doesn't mean anything. This is just like something you get for playing Olaf.
pushing in as well, so really easy for Wiggly to pick that up.
We've been seeing most first Drakes go down around 6 to 7 minutes when a team wants to pursue them early, but on spawn is a whole nother level.
How do I rate Dardoch? I mean, he had a really bad Gragas game, but I think he's pretty good overall. His early game and the Lee Sin games were pretty good. His Lee Sin and his Elise game were both good in terms of early game.
Crown, nobody really having too much action here just yet in the mid lane.
We just got to see if they're able to kill the Silas at any point.
Lane control
While the Silas has no flash, that's their one advantage. Also, there's no heals bot lane. Both lanes use heal.
up there, not too afraid of Biofrost and Kabe trying to force anything onto him. They've got the minion wave.
Yeah, and no fear of Dardoch right now. I believe Dardoch just killed off the control ward that was a Raptor, so they know he's transiting up to the top side. So 6A and Smoothie, you're just going to try and...
The thing about Olaf is I think that Olaf is pretty shit to play into Syndra most of the time. Because you lose all your defensive stats when you ulti on Olaf, and then Syndra can just one-shot you.
Ruin. Broken Blade is actually farming so much better than his opponent is on the Silas, as Dardoch tries to contest the Krugs against...
Damn, Dardoch's falling way too far behind. He needs to farm. Like, you can't only gank when you play a champion like this.
Map right now is the carries in the other lanes are dead.
So, Kabi has TP, so he's going to recall and then TP back. Stixay's already TP'd.
Playing so conservatively. One of the big reasons CLG is pushing down bottom.
And here comes the TP from Kabi.
Recall on pickaxe and teleported back. Kabe now
So now, the good thing about this for TSM is because now CLG has to back, they're not on a timing where they can run straight to Rift Herald. So TSM could potentially shove out and then play for the Rift Herald. Now, the bad thing about potentially playing for the Rift Herald here is that if you play for the Rift Herald, Dardoch's not going to be level 6 for the fight. So he's going to be relatively useless compared to Wiggly. So we'll have to see
Because they know he can TP.
if TSM is afraid to look for that play because of his level.
In the last game, Turtle was still able to help because of his global ult, because of the Dawning Shadow. Xayah doesn't have that sort of a luxury. She's got to be there in person, and Kabe will have to hoof it up there if that's the play here.
Kabi's walking up the river.
Until the Rift Herald spawns. Second round of buffs are coming up now. Wiggly will pass the blue off to Crown. And TSM
Crown gets
on
blue.
the bottom side.
So Zyra Connor level 6.
Level 5 on the Kiana. Wiggly already level 6, so it means he's not too scared. Whatever he runs into here with this Olaf. This is one of your favorite points in the game. Once the Ragnarok comes online and you can just do as you please. Bottom lane, it's Stixay and Smoothie looking to go in. Kabe fires off that ultimate, manages to dodge from the CC and keep himself alive.
Damn, does he actually need to ult that?
really TSM.
I don't really know if Wiggly can kill him there. Like, Olaf without boots in the lane. Oh my god, Dardoch just missed his Q on the golems. That's really bad.
That top lane CS grow. 25
25 CS, dude. Broken Blade plays every lane so well.
played over Ruin.
And then his team just ints him.
And Ruin still having that TP on cooldown, plus deep control ward vision for TSM. Like, if we're talking about Rift Herald fights,
Good crab deny here from Bjergsen. It's really smart to know that his jungler can't get that, so he can just get it for free.
TSM here. There's a good chance we'll see a fight.
I mean, the Silas counter pick looks like shit into Orin so far.
Against AP champion in lane.
I was doing with Broken Blade yesterday, and he got some practice into the Silas top, dude. He knows the matchup now.
And getting the Ornn upgrade to it is the most ideal thing Ornn wants to do early on. The upgrade
I mean, Dardoch is still not level 6. I feel like Kiana is so troll in the jungle right now. Obviously, he still thinks it's good, so we'll have to see how it works out. But I don't like it personally.
that and have it not only make him this
He ulted top.
ball in the team fights, but in the 1v1s as well. Just look at him, man.
Dude, he's literally just shitting on Rune's face. He's taking a shit down Rune's throat for fun.
Top lane. TSM right there didn't bother trying to fight the Rift Herald. They don't have 6 on Kiana yet. It'll be on CLG to make that Rift Herald a proactive play since none of their lanes have been able to push to turrets. CLG actually got 2 plates down bottom lane. And
It's even worse as a mid laner. Not Kiana's better mid than jungle right now because the nerfs to Kiana affected jungle mainly.
Blade just gets another turret up in the top lane. And look how far up he's playing.
He just does not care. Wiggly's made his way up, but a 2v2 could quickly go the way of TSM with how low.
I don't even know if he needed to flash that. He can probably tank with his jungler right there.
Jungler is right next to him. He's not afraid to stick around long enough.
Loses his flash there, but he zones. So like there, he's trading his flash to like make Ruin lose more CS.
900 of it is in top lane. And 400 of it is actually on Bjergsen, who has built a 20 CS.
Oh my God, Bjergsen just missed the cannon, and he should kill that pink ward. I think.
Team solo lane.
You think it's good to recall here in front of the pink ward? I understand you lose tempo by killing the pink ward there, but you're okay. Now he's hitting the pink ward. He just wasted time. I think you just kill that pink ward instantly. Personally, that's my interpretation of it.
Love the fact that Tom Kent is a champion that has been
While you're recalling, why recall on a pink ward if you don't have to? Doesn't make sense.
card for your AD carry. But in professional play, that is
The thing is, CLG has a harder team comp to play than TSM, so I really don't like that they haven't got any kills yet. They haven't got any like pressure really. Broken Blade is just winning the game by himself right now. Everything is about Broken Blade at this moment.
They pick this one up for themselves. That'll tie it up at 1-1. Cloud Drake means ultimate cooldown reduction, and Dardoch will be left to secure that one. Gets it for himself with a smite.
Okay, so he has Warrior on this back. It's pretty good.
This year,
And Ruin just walks back top, or Broken Blade just walks up top. So he was up 40 CS, and now he gave up like 2 waves for that. So he gave up 12 CS. So now he's only up 30. But that's still like really, really good for his team. Like that's just winning top. Also, Cloud Drake is pretty good for this team because they're really ult dependent. All of their ults are big impact ults, right? So like Syndra ult, Kiana ult, Ornn ult, Xayah ult, Rakan ult, they're all good. So getting the cooldown reduction is really nice.
I don't disagree with you, but there's also
60 CS in 10 minutes is gold level laning. Yeah, I mean, he did get pressured by Dardoch being up there one time. But yeah, a lot of it is just Broken Blade manipulating the lane well. And the thing about Broken Blade's Abyssal here is into fucking Silas and LeBlanc, he just can't get hurt by them. And Senna is not good at killing tanks. Because, like, Senna, for example, is like more of a utility AD carry. Has good burst. So it's like a burst AD carry, especially with the build being Duskblade after Mana Moon. Generally speaking, you want to have someone that can kill him. So like the only person that can really kill Broken Blade is like Olaf has to just beat him down in the fights, which is just not like, I don't know. It's just not a really good way to deal with it, in my opinion. So they TP top. So I think what Broken Blade's going to end up doing here is probably trying to ult the wave. Oh, he's just dead. Feels bad, man. It sucks. His team's just on the other side of the map. And they have Herald. They TP'd, and he had no TP. Kabi had no TP. So they're looking for bottom plates. They're not going to get first turret here, though. Kiana will get blue, and he should probably take Gromp as well. Okay, so let's see if Xayah can even return this turret. It looks like Xayah won't even get this turret. Silas will get here in time. So they lose first turret here, and they get first blooded. He has the back. I don't think Kabi can get this.
A lot of it on the Stixay as well, making sure the other members left when the turret went down so that he was able to acquire that bonus for himself. Ruin will barely manage to keep this bottom lane tier 1 alive.
So Kabi is going to rotate topside now.
At the top side play. Yeah, so Broken Blade actually thought he was okay there, but but then he's just trying to hold the turret back, and as soon as he gets hit by the Senna W, he's...
Dude, it's the Glacial Augment that's so good. Also, that looked really weird. Like, the E actually was blocked by Ruin, but it looked like Ruin was behind him.
CC'd by the Oran Horn at the end, so works out for CLG because Broken Blade got just like...
I haven't seen anything out of this Kiana, though, so far. It feels like the Kiana is just a useless pick.
In week 1, Broken Blade actually played with too much respect, not enough green. But moments like that is why you sometimes can't create a top lane.
This is what early on in Split's for. You gotta dial it in.
It's like this infuriating top lane thing where you're pressured to get CS and stay by your turret when you're in danger of being dived.
So does Syndra go to the side lane here? Is that their plan?
I should have got away. I should have gone home.
When you're hiding behind your turret, no one's there. You go, ah, crap, I should have stayed for CS.
Well, he's staying down here in the bottom side, and he's making the right call this time because there's no dive potential from just Wiggly and Ruin.
Okay.
Farming up, still has a 30 CS lead over his opponent.
So I think that this is actually a really good game for Broken Blade to go Frozen Fist or Iceborne Gauntlet here, rather. It's pretty good. They should be able to kill Smoothie. Smoothie's dead here for free. And Wiggly, Wiggly is probably like in, yeah. Like, there's a chance that he gets fucked if he walks in, because level 11 on a Syndra is pretty fucking brutal for a Olaf. You ignite Q ult, and the Olaf pretty much just dies at this point. He has no defensive stats except for like the base ones from his ult.
And the rest of TSM is run for him now. They want more.
Now the real Oran Horn is summoned, but
Damn, that didn't do anything. It's kind of a bad ult, if I'm being honest, from Orin. But Orin should just be able to go back to the side lane. There's Dragon in 43, but they're not going to have Orn ult for it now, so we're going to have to see like how the teams prioritize it. Also, Rift Herald is up. Second Rift Herald is up. Bjergsen's getting engaged on by Crown. Okay. Saw it on the minimap. They panned over now. That was Keith Deja Vu. I mean, Tom Kench, like, I just feel like a lot of Tom Kench players, they just feel like they're tankier than they are, for the most part. A lot of the time, like, they'll just think that they're able to take fights that they can't, just because they believe that they're like a tanky support. But a tanky support before you have Stoneplate is not actually tanky. Ruin is going to carry this game, no joke. I mean, he got dicked as hard as possible in lane, but he does scale throughout the game. Like, eventually there's no way for Broken Blade to win split. But I think Broken Blade should definitely be getting Iceborne Gauntlet here. It's definitely an Iceborne Gauntlet game over Sunfire. In this game specifically, because you want the CDR. You want the CDR, and the other top laner is magic damage and has no physical in the kit.
CLG wanting to trade those objectives, say, all right, you take the Drake, we'll get this. Is Shelly going to be enough along with Stixay to take it down? Senna pretty slow at taking down objectives compared to most other AD carries because of her incredibly limited attack speed. And TSM will manage.
So let's see what Broken Blade buys. Obviously, he can build his own items in lane, but he's going to buy, yeah. So he is going Iceborne Gauntlet, like I said. That is the right decision for this game. Is the right decision for sure. You have more viewers than Riot Games. Maybe Riot Games, not more than the LCS channel, I'll tell you that. Who am I going to vote for in the primaries? I probably won't vote. Like, I live in California, and California's just always Democratic no matter what, so my vote doesn't count because of, like, electoral college type shit.
Okay. Because he was at like a 40% win rate, but he had so much like niche protection power that he was unplayable in solo, like completely unplayable. His protection power, while still powerful, has been nerfed substantially. You don't move full speed with an ally in your belly anymore.
Oh, voting in the primaries? I mean, I would vote for Bernie, but I assume that Bernie's going to win the primaries. Maybe he won't, but like, I just assume it's going to be Bernie. If Bernie doesn't win the primaries, then I'll be like, oh shit, I fucked up. Nice, this is actually really good ult. I like this. To zone them off the turret, it's fine. This is actually a really bad play from Biofrost. Biofrost is hard trolling this. But it ended up being good anyway because CLG fought without LeBlanc. Kabi flashed in for no reason. I mean, that's good for TSM overall. The longer this game goes, Olaf just becomes so useless.
Whether or not he can avoid LeBlanc assassinations throughout the game, because he would be in a position to carry this one. Very back and forth fight in there, but Kabe also flashed aggressively forward again. So let's watch. All
right, so let's see how this fight goes. I think that Biofrost did poorly here. I think he shouldn't have went in off this. Like, they get the ult into the two people, But Senna's already eaten, so he flash W's the Tom Kench only under the turret, which I don't think is that good. I think he should just be holding his R there. Maybe he can go for the W, but I don't think he should RW that early, like, because the taunt on Tom Kench can't really be followed up on.
Back-to-back supreme displays of talent there as Ruin also
So confusing.
stole Dardox. It turns the entire
6A flash, the Kabi flash.
just
Yeah,
absolute madness.
still.
And it's only gonna get more so as the game continues forward.
Like, I just don't think you're killing the Tom Kench with flash RW from Biofrost, so I think it's just,
Silas for extra burst potential.
like, it's just not worth it. Also, the Tom Kench has a stopwatch, and the Senna was already eaten by the Tom Kench, so there's no way you can kill the Senna. He had Senna too, yeah, but that's only because Senna took the spit out early from Tom Kench. Senna chose to be, like, yeah, Senna chose to
And it helps self-heal a little bit too, which is one of the weaknesses of the Syndra. So like, yeah, I totally
go out of Tom Kench there. So Senna didn't have to get hit,
more important than
and Biofrost can't know that the Senna's gonna go out. And even when the Senna, if the Senna does go out like he did, he's still probably in a fine range. Also, Wiggly is taking too much side lane farm, I think, here.
With CLG now putting in work on the bottom lane.
Like, they can lose top turret for this. There's no TP on Crowd, no TP on Wiggly. I think that this is pretty bad from CLG. I don't like this macro at all. Yeah, I really don't like this macro.
Is this going to be a counter kill? Not quite.
Damn, he almost 1v3 counter killed Kabi.
Will just barely keep Kabe away from death's door.
definitely got a little spooky there at the end for Kabe, but a nice proactive play.
Yeah, I don't like that from CLG.
This is the situation that we talked about in the early game, where hey, both of these teams have struggled to do things with leads, and
It's funny it's funny to speak after mistake. Let's make video. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that it is a mistake.
outside the jungle, they go behind the
Like,
turret to make
yeah,
it so
that's what
hard.
analysis is.
You gotta try and make sure they're keeping their other waves pushed and not sacrificing too much farm for it. If you look at
You guys shouldn't be salty at analysis because people backseat game incorrectly all the time in my own stream when I play. I can make the right decision. If it doesn't work out, people will tell me that it's wrong.
pretty straightforward.
Kabi just tanked the turret for no reason.
The Recon ultimate, so it did give him that nice little bit of charm, and he landed that all-powerful E2 on Silas, the second part of his E, which has been buffed massively in one of the recent patches. Nearly gets the kill.
If the stopwatch wasn't there,
Ruin out of sync with his team once again, but that's not really on Ruin because, like, his bot, like, I don't know, Crown and Wiggler are just bot without DP, and they're giving a tier 2 for a tier 1 and selling him out.
another Ornhorn is summoned. It's gonna throw Ruin right up into the air.
Okay, they get another kill, and now they're rotating to the bot lane turret, and they I guess, so one thing about CLG's comp is they do Baron really, really poorly with Senna and LeBlanc, so TSM doesn't have to even respect the 4-man Baron, they can just actually play bot. And then they get Ocean Drag here, and then that opens up the Ocean Soul win condition. TSM's really far ahead right now.
Every time,
Crowns LeBlanc is sad. I mean, he hasn't really got to do anything this game yet.
and no one on COG is there.
I think it's a pretty hard game for LeBlanc, if I'm being honest.
It's just like rinse and repeat. Get
He blind picked it, and then
TSM.
Syndra just 50-50s the lane, and Syndra's just more useful afterwards.
All Silas needs damage.
It's pretty hard for LeBlanc here, especially into like Zyracon.
Falling behind at this rate. Imagine
Consider that Rune is actually being paid right now. I mean, Rune played really bad in the lane phase. These last couple deaths I don't think have been that bad from him. Like, just his team is getting out macroed.
And that's what you've got to keep your eyes on, is exactly how things are going to look for him in terms of the curve of the game and where he's at. Can he manage to keep up?
And now this is like, the thing that you also have to consider is like TSM's so ahead in terms of game circumstance because they have Ocean Soul coming up, so they're going to have multiple different like win conditions on the map, which is really hard for the enemy team to deal with because if you ever trade an objective, it's like bad for you. So if they get an Ocean and TSM gets the Baron, it's bad for them because the Ocean does nothing. If they get the Baron and TSM gets Ocean Soul, it's worth trading because Ocean Soul is better than Baron in this game specifically. Because CLG most likely won't be able to push with the Baron, and Ocean Soul will give them such a teamfight advantage. Also, the way that CLG wants a teamfight is to like chunk them down. So like Senna is kind of like you poke them down from range, you get like you get autos with rapid fire cannon, etc.
Biofrost starting it off. Any other champion's probably dead there, but
And LeBlanc wants to like W in, QRE, chunk somebody, and then back out, and then the Ocean Soul is just gonna like heal them up through that. So there's those two win conditions that make TSM ahead, and then also the other thing that we got to talk about is Ornn items, right? So Ornn's level 13, so he started building items. He upgraded IE for Xayah, so now Xayah is just outscaling. Yeah, Xayah is now just outscaling for free,
have that make them a little bit safe.
and there's a bunch of items he's gonna be able to upgrade.
Broken Blade is
Uh,
now with the TP, there's a fight.
Actually, right now, that's the only item he can upgrade. I lied. Also, Kiana just hard trolled here. But Broken Blade can kill Senna, so it's okay.
And he's in a real bad spot. Smoothie nearly taken down there in the mid lane. 80 carry already gone. Zaya ulti not gonna find the kill just yet.
Good timing from Kabi there. I mean, Kiana dies for free, and yeah, Kiana dies for free, and they still win the fight so hard.
They do lose Dardoch, but it's still a win.
Yeah, and Broken Blade and
Okay,
Kabe
so-
is getting so strong. 276 CS.
So I think that Dardoch here should probably build Ghostblade. The reason why Ghostblade would be really good is it's an Ornn upgradable item, and lethality is fine here because the enemy team doesn't have much armor. So that's good.
Diana, as was kind of expected in
And then,
but the rest of the team is finding success.
And when the rest
I wonder what Bjergsen will go next.
you've got an Ornn there to power him up too, that is more than enough. Let's take a look at the mid lane play.
Yeah, I was watching the Ornn play, so what happened to Dardoch?
He gets flashed on by Wiggly there.
He just gets completely
Yeah, Ornn just completely claps Wiggly here.
felt pretty confident after that one. Realized, hey, wait a minute, our 80 carries caught in the river. And hey,
Good timing from Kabi here on the E.
strong, so they end up losing the fight on both ends.
At least they got the kill on the Dardoch. Otherwise, that could have been really
Probably Morello.
could have threatened to go something similar. So that keeps them
Could be a Morello. I mean, healing reduction is actually not bad here.
water, but
I don't think it should be a Morello, though.
a little bit more even at this point. 20
Honestly, I think that a death cap would be fine here
where CLG
for Bjergsen. Obviously, he's not going it because he picked up a amplifying tome.
shoved these waves out.
But I honestly think death cap is really good here, especially when you have an Ornn on your team.
The tier 2 turrets are down everywhere. It's so easy for TSM.
So Broken Blade has no item to upgrade for his team at this point.
Baron right now.
Senna used Flash too in this fight, so Dardoch can look for the Senna. If it's not paired with the Tom Kench, it's probably a free kill.
We were talking up GLP earlier. Maybe Ludens would have been better because Broken Blade doesn't have an
Only tank is Olaf and Tom Kench. Yeah, but like,
upgrade the IE, and no one else
you don't care about ulting the Tom Kench here if you're Bjergsen.
free gold.
It's something
You can kill the Tom Kench with like Zaya autos and like other basic abilities. You save your ult here as Syndra for like Olaf mainly. When Olaf tries to go in and presses R, you just ult the Olaf and then he just can't fight anymore. He has to run.
It's high value.
Is GLP good now? Yeah, GLP is being seen on a lot of mid laners. A lot of mid laners that used to go Ludens, like so for example, Syndra is one. Another one is Orianna. Some people just build GLP now. I think it started in China. So they're actually two manning Baron here with Ornn and Zaya. They're two manning Baron. This is really smart from TSM. I really like plays like this. You keep control with 3, and then you start the Baron with the other guys. They're in such... So they can do Baron here, and then they can go to Ocean, and then they can just contest the Ocean Soul, and it should be like a free win for them. Okay, well, Biofrost is suicided for absolutely, like, for fun, I guess. So because he's suicided for fun, now they should just probably give the Ocean and just not get greedy. Okay, Kabi just 2-shot fucking Crown. He just put him in the fucking dumpster.
But the supreme display of talent carries on in his
Kabi can just walk straight at fucking Ruin too.
Broken Blade right behind
He has ult still. And they can just go for Ocean Soul. Their 3 will win this. Ornn, Syndra, and Kabi. Kabi Zaya, they should just be able to beat the Olaf. Senna, and
Have a smiter alive.
Silas.
He doesn't have very much health. So Kabe, as long as he doesn't get hit by E2 in one
Yeah,
shot.
they just start it, and they just have to give the Ocean Soul. TSM just wins this game.
Silas looks like it did about as much damage as a drop auto.
Look at Dardoch in the replay. Yeah, he trolled pretty hard. I'm surprised he's going Edge of Night. I guess Edge of Night makes sense because he just doesn't care about the Ornn item and he just wants to not get one shot. But I think Dardoch really trolled this. Like, he's not using the brush element as well as like Chinese Kianas do.
I'm just gonna make sure they're
Like, if you look at
really only care about
what Dardoch should be doing here, he should grab the brush element and he should just use his Q here so he can't be seen, but he gets pushed out of it and he just dies for free.
Kabe.
And then he just ults like nothing really. I mean, he ends up hitting the wall, but like, yeah, he doesn't even hit Ruin,
Smoothie didn't do it.
which is what he's trying to do. He also doesn't flash. Dardoch's actually playing pretty bad.
Nobody did it, and that's exactly why TSM are where they are right now. But the kick in the front door of the CLG base, they got the 6,000 gold lead to do it with. Is this the end of the game? Can TSM close it out before 30 minutes? 5 men strong, pushing into bottom lane. Inhibitor turret down. Inhibitor under pressure. CLG continuing to try to
Okay.
defend. Stixay's putting the auto attack into Broken Blade, but he's just so damn tanky. Stone plate now.
Are they just gonna go to pressure Nexus turrets? Like, CLG really can't fight them. I like this from TSM.
So incredible.
You have Ocean Soul too, so if you take like any damage, or if you deal any damage, look at the healing.
They got 2
you get. So Broken Blade just hit that Q. Look at his healing. 53, 57, 53. Gained 200 health. He just hit somebody again. 53, 57, 53. Like, yeah. Every time he joins combat like this, he's just healing so much. They can just back off and go through mid. They don't need to go hard here. But if CLG chases too far, they can turn with Ornn ult. What do I think about Shirelli second? I don't know. I don't really know if that's the best item for Rakan in this game specifically. I can see how it makes sense when you have like 2 mobile carries. Help them follow up your engage. Make your engage quicker. Dardoch just one-shot him and got out. That's huge. Yeah, Ruin dies for free. Kabi's untouched. The thing about Xayah Rakan is when the Xayah is this strong, Xayah is literally just like able to just 1v5 this team fight. Yep, and that's a dead fucking Olaf, by the way. Olaf runs in with ult, insta dead. It's a bad R from Kabi. He didn't R the snare. All good though. That's a decent game from TSM. That's probably the cleanest game they've played. Even though there were some mistakes, like overall they played better than CLG throughout the whole game. That means we got pretty good predictions now. Chat, you go to 6-4 on the week. I was 5-5 on the week, and then post pick ban I was 7-3 on the week. So those will be our week 2 predictions. I'll do predictions every week, and then we'll do like totals too. Just a way that we can make it more interactive when we watch all these LCS games together. Listen to the post-game interview, and then we'll dip out of here. I know I normally don't stream on Monday nights, but like, come on, Monday Night League, we got to do it, dude. We're watching every game of LCS on stream. That's the goal. Was Ruin dog shit this game too? Of course.
I'm so sick of this fucking company. Still in that is not what they were hoping after actually.
It's Daydream. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Welcome.
In the summer split,
they had a pretty miraculous comeback over the course.
Sanchovi's going to dinner. What the fuck?
Been a team that, like I said, it had been almost 3 years before last year.
Yeah. I probably won't go out. I went out with Broken Blade, Mo, and Sanchovi's last night. We went to a steakhouse, and we played credit card roulette, and Broken Blade lost, so he paid for the $450 bill for all of us. So he gets a win on stage, but he paid for my dinner last night. Get fucking shit on.
Yeah, so many overreactions after week 1, and then you just try and react just as quickly in week 2 to try and rehandle things. Now that we are concluded, just looking at like the overall landscape, obviously Cloud9's feeling good.
That's why he's got to play so well in these games. Is like he's down 450 from last night. He needs like a bonus or something from his contract.
Here, preseason, people were
yeah, Broken Blade's been playing really well this season. He's super insane. What's credit card roulette? We hand 4 credit cards to the waiter, and then we have him we have the waiter put the credit cards behind his back, and he just picks one. And whoever card he picks, they pay.
Also get that when you're not going to remember necessarily exactly how you got here, but being at 2-2 with a 2-0 week means they can build.
Thoughts on LS tweet about the Ornn build? Let me see. I haven't seen it. I think the Ornn build was good that game. I think Iceborne Gauntlet's very good that game. So if he thinks that it's bad, then I'm gonna disagree.
I am here with TSM support.
What is it? LSXY Z9.
Now that you're at the end of week 2, how does it feel?
I think our game yesterday didn't go as well as we wanted it to, but today felt a lot better. We kind of executed on our plan, and overall, it just was a big improvement from last week. Still not where we want to be.
Yeah, I disagree with this. I think the Iceborne Gauntlet's better in that situation because he still pushes instantly, and I think the CDR is really nice on Ornn. And it allows him to like do things like he could solo kill the Senna on the side of the fight because you have like the extra slow on your auto. So I like the Ornn build there. I think it's fine.
You're making me waste my Pro View that I bought. Loving the co-stream.
That we had, and I think we fixed a couple of them. We still have some, but yeah.
And then obviously, kind of a set of new players playing with each other.
I think Iceborne is bad in certain situations. I think that's the situation where it's good. Like I said it during the game too. I thought he should have won Iceborne during the game.
liked TSM because
I would have liked Sunfire more. I just prefer 700 HP over 20% CDR, but he didn't die at any point. Like, who can kill him? Why does he need so much HP?
didn't like him enough today, I guess.
Like, who does he need HP from? Who's gonna kill him in that game?
Go back to the desk for the Bud Light breakdown.
Thank you, Pastry. Welcome back to the desk for the Bud Light breakdown, where we're gonna wrap up the week and we'll be awarding one of those that don't figurines on over for our player of the week, and then head on over to the Bud Light League Lounge for twitch.tv/Bud Light. But first,
Scam train? Do we let the scam train play out?
has stacked up after
Kennick Boss 92, thank you for the 4 months. God of all bacon, thank you for the 7 months, dude. Appreciate it.
Going all the way on down to Counter Logic Gaming that we just
Choo choo the scam train. We got a fucking scam train in the building, boys. I think I might have missed some subs. Let me fuck.
That's all that matters. It makes it easy to talk about. This is the best team. These two are tied for the next best top 3, and then you have the middle pack. It just makes it so easy to talk about.
It's so wonderful, so beautiful. Gotta love those numbers matching up on the screen. But maybe for some of those teams
here we
that
go.
are in the middle of the standings, are there any in particular
So
that stand out?
Grevit, thank you for the sub. The real Alex 47, thank you for the sub.
I expect TSM to keep rising.
Kindred, thank you for the 5 gifts, bro. I appreciate it. That's level 1 of the sub train just done right there, man. Defiant Killer. Sanchovies, thank you for the host, bro. I didn't see the host from Sanchovies, but thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Bello, thank you for the sub. Bronze Tart, thank you for the 17 months. Catrick Purry, thank you for the 2 months.
Let's go ahead and get
CZP
predictions played out, because they
09, thank you for the sub.
on this regard.
Thank you, guys.
Going the way of Dignitas, and that wasn't the case.
But who would ever in their right minds predict FlyQuest to win?
Yeah. I had the same predictions as these guys. I think that that's just the right predictions. The thing about predictions that people can't, like, people can't get too pissy if like analysts predict games like the FlyQuest Dignitas one wrong, because you should be predicting Dignitas winning. The chat predicted Dignitas winning, like it wasn't even close, right? Dignitas looked good in all their games. They just beat TL. They beat TL and TL beat FlyQuest. So why would you think that Dig would lose to FlyQuest? It doesn't make sense.
Being super slow, 46-minute game average. The fact that they closed it out in 30 with like perfect objective control, almost, it was all great.
Yeah, I think faster plays and more plays, I think it's just good sign for TSM.
Well, this is the end of week number 2. LCS returns on Saturday with Evil Geniuses versus Counter Logic.
Yo, what the fuck?
With 2 more matches.
Minasuki Takami 3. Thank you for the 10 gifts, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Scam train is working, boys. Scam train is fucking working.
Seeing FlyQuest bounce back, it's pretty obvious that their loss to Team Liquid was a lot on just individual misplays, like the Viper play in the top lane. They're actually a pretty solid team.
Real Bugs, thank you for gifting a sub to Mick Cersei 1976. I guess I sit out the hype train, right? We sit out the hype train with all the people, yeah. All the people subbing and shit. Scam train's actually doing work.
And for the same reason, the thermometer, like you were saying.
I'm gonna make my camera bigger since the end of the stream anyway, and there's no more pick ban.
The rest of FlyQuest has looked really great in their team win.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, the loss that we saw
I'm big now.
being so drastically different from the win. So in
Any
that
free
sense,
sub for a pleb? Fuck no.
they're
Not giving any
slightly
free
different
subs to a pleb.
wins. Do you think that we're in for a hell of a treat?
Dude, I've been getting so many more subs when I do the analytical streams, because I think it's just because I'm so much more interaction, right? Like when I'm doing commentary and analysis, it's just I'm talking to you guys the whole time, whereas when I'm playing solo queue, I'm just not paying that much attention to the chat. It's normally how it goes. The more that you're paying attention to the chat, the more subs you get. CCE Madman, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Welcome, man.
Over to the Bud Light League Lounge. You have to award the
The
MasterCard
Bud Light
winner of the
League
week,
Lounge.
which
Let's see what it
going
is.
to Cloud9 Sven. I know.
Oh my fucking god, what the hell? Get the fuck out. Thank you for the 15 months.
No, he's deathless. He's
Appreciate it.
threads on Reddit. We just follow them, you know, so it was pretty obvious he was going to win this award this week.
Yeah, Sven has been playing really well this season so far.
Broken Blade, other people who could potentially step up, but it was just obvious, you know, being 4-0, being deathless.
Plus I'm in a better mood, of course. I mean, it's fun to watch LCS. It's really not fun to play solo queue right now. There's a lot of issues. A lot of people are like raging about the game
Yeah.
when they play.
What pose do you think he's going to choose?
I don't know. I
That's
heard that they did a lot of the poses already, so you can't like react to other people's poses. Because I would definitely try and one-up someone else.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we're going to eventually see what that pose is. So congratulations again to Sven on that. But now for myself, the casters, and the entire live broadcast crew, thanks for tuning in.
Honestly, Crown looks a lot worse than PoE. Yeah, I mean, CLG's losing a lot. Like, they're losing like every game, right? So obviously, when you're losing every game like that, you're never gonna look that good. Cadmus, thank you for the sub. Strange Love 19, thank you for the sub. Dude, this scam train is actually fucking working, boys. Niski is not getting the recognition he deserves. No, he's been playing really well. His scorelines just haven't been insane because he's like playing, like when he played Pantheon, right? He ends the game 1, 2, and 4, but he smashed Ica in lane, right? Anyone with eyes can see that. Like, he's been playing well for sure. Okay, so what can we talk about? Okay, so tomorrow we got a lot of content for you guys. So I'm gonna stream 4 hours of solo queue, and then we're gonna do face check, and then I'm gonna do 2 hours of magic in there, and then at 5 p.m. we're doing the crackdown with myself, Thorin, and Niski. So that's the content that we got coming at you guys tomorrow. Two podcasts. So we'll be doing 2 podcasts, 2 hours of Magic, and 4 hours of League. So I'm gonna be on like all day tomorrow. Pretty much. I mean, I'll be obviously on Loco's channel for face check, but yeah, in general, I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, and the guest, like I said, for this week's episode of the Crackdown is Niski. So obviously, I thought it was a really good idea to get Niski on the cast. He's somebody who's really like opinionated, which is super good for shows like that. And then also like they're doing super well. C9 looks like the best team in LCS right now. So the mid laner for the best team in LCS. That's our fucking guest for this week. And yeah, we did a EU guest, which was Upset last week. We're going an NA guest this week. And then the week after, we'll probably be doing an EU guest. I'm not sure. Maybe, perhaps, we might be getting Caps or Perks on that episode of the Crackdown, which I'm really excited to talk to those guys because I've known them for a while. You know, like I've DM'd back and forth, just like talk to them a little bit, but I've never actually had like a conversation with them or been on like a show where I could just, you know, bounce a bunch of things off them, just hear their perceptions. And obviously, those guys are world finalists, MSI champions. They won 2 splits of LEC. Perks has been in LEC for he's been in LEC for 8 splits. He's played 8 splits and he's won 6 of them. So yeah, it's pretty sick. Anyways, that's it, man. I am done with streaming for the day. I know. Wait, should I just sit out the hype train or what? I guess I'll sit out the hype train with you guys. Here, I can steal Tyler's content for a little bit until we get through. Let's see. Actually, let's do some checking on my boy Tyler. How's he doing? How's jungle going for him? Oh my god, he's smurfing, dude. Plat 4 promos. He's actually winning every game. He's coming for fucking rank 1 as a jungler. Holy shit. Like 61% win rate is really bad, but considering how much he was losing before, he's done pretty well today. Well, what's his overall win rate on the day? 2 losses, 2 and 3. 6 and 3, still okay, not bad. Thank you for the sub, Dobo. Let's see, or DB rather. DB thank you for the 2 months. YWG Woozy, thank you for the sub. Spade Inc. with the 18 months. Delirious Lizard, thank you for the 3 months. Strange Love 19, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. It's still Tyler's content for a little bit. How's he doing in this game? Is he gonna win? Oh wait, no, wait, they just lost the game.
You died 1v1 early.
And he's flaming.
Fucking dog shit.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh Jesus. Hey, we're tuning in at a good time.
An unfortunate game with a fucking retard.
The fucking retard, dude. I love his god mode, bro. The thing that's so good about Tyler's shit talk is he shit talks so hard on Twitch and like in game that the rest of us can shit talk harder because they're never gonna ban him because he's just the biggest fucking league streamer by far. So we can just be more hyphy because of him. I love Tyler for that.
We literally lost because of Top. Literally. Top dying 1v1 level 1 before minion spawn.
God damn. Let's see the replay. He downloaded the replay, right? Let's see it.
This idiot
is trolling. Just report and ignore. God damn. I love seeing junglers flame, bro. Because he's probably right about what he's saying. But, like, in general, people just fucking lose it when a jungler starts flaming. They'll be like, dude, you missed a cocoon, Tyler. You missed a cocoon at level 5, so you deserve to lose. You didn't play well either.